October town meeting, which my guess would include modular classrooms at various locations for the September 2002 school year beginning, because they have to get the process rolling now. I'm going to be talking about a redistricting committee for the elementary schools, forming that, and hopefully having some sort of report. Their intention, as I understand from our conversation we had, is to have a report to the October town meeting as to what the effects of the redistricting plan may be. Hopefully they can meet these timelines that they're setting, but they are moving quickly to address the housing needs of our student population, taking into consideration the results of the last election, and recognizing that we still have a housing problem, the housing needs as far as these kids and what we're going to do with them. So we hope to have, in conversations with the chairman of the finance committee and the school committee, just a joint roundtable discussion some evening, just devoted to budgetary issues, concerns, prioritization of things, how we're going to be looking at the upcoming fiscal year's budgetary process. Just again, an informal discussion amongst the boards, which will be posted. We will have a separate meeting night, just to kick around the ideas and put our heads together and address the fiscal concerns that are facing this community as a whole and as a body of one, body politic of one. And heartened by the fact that there's such a cooperative atmosphere out there amongst the town boards and committees and commissions, and we hope to foster that and continue it and address whatever needs and concerns the community has. So I informed Chairman of the Finance Committee, Chairman of the School Committee, that it is the intention of this board to start the budgetary process earlier this year and to prioritize the level of services which we currently enjoy and deliver, and based upon whatever the revenue projections are going to be and the appropriation levels, which will be forthcoming at the April town meeting. It is our intention to tell the public up front, beforehand, if there are cuts, what levels or what services are going to be coming and going and staying. Basically zero-based budgeting, where we're going to come in, start from scratch, and see what level of services we can afford based upon the revenue projections that we anticipate realizing. The administrators full support of that philosophy, and we hope to get the process going early. We don't want any secrets, and it's not the intention to unnecessarily alarm anybody, but it's an exercise which we have to go through, and it's the fiscally responsible approach to take as far as addressing the budgets and meeting our projected revenue amounts. So again, the meeting's been very productive, and it's good. Mr. Rowe.
Is there any action required on the potential conflict of interest on that school building committee? I noticed the letter we have in front of us.
That is a joint appointment. The school building committee issue will be handled at the joint meeting, since it's a joint appointment. We're looking at, based upon conversation, early September. Because of vacations and other issues that the school department have, they wanted to wait until September on the secondary school committee appointments and any vacancies that may come up or have been on the elementary school, so that when we have our joint meeting, that is the appointing authority, we will then address the issues as the joint committee sees fit, because that's the appointing authority. Okay. Individually, as a board, we can't do anything. It has to be collective.
Does it affect these people now, where it's I mean, can they still function without?
I think based on the opinion, they can continue to function, because right now it's just strictly an advisory capacity. Okay. We just have to recognize that there's been a, for lack of another word, a survey done of membership and where people are physically located in the community and who may be affected.
I mean, I don't see any conflict to begin with.
Right.
It's just a question where it's been raised now, it's been brought out as to whether or not we have to do anything in order
to do is take a proactive role in addressing any issue potential issue which may arise. We're going to take a proactive role in addressing them, but first we have to identify who may be conflict. And again, I think there's a couple of members who pretty close to proposed sites. There were some other people who were within the definition of a butter, which is 300 feet or a butter to a butter of any suggested site or either expansion, renovation, new construction. And if someone proposes to do something anywhere else in town, some other people will be affected. So as the situation arises, the joint board of Selectmen and the school committee will address the issue. So we're doing the research now, and at our joint meeting it'll be addressed fully. Other than that, I'm done. Mr. Murphy.
A follow-up. Were we going to send correspondence to Andover?
Yes, we are. Point, accept the motion to move into executive session for the purpose of discussion of negotiations and litigation.
Mr. Chairman, I move to enter into executive session for the purpose of collective bargaining and litigation, and to return to open session for the sole purpose of adjournment.
And the subject matters and relation that will be discussed in executive session would include Mr. Rowe from participating. Nothing else would be. Okay, nothing else. No other matter, unless you want to bring up some other matter on the negotiations or litigation that we can discuss.
What is the litigation? You know, in other words, is there any litigation that I should be?
No,
okay.
Nothing that you should be
okay.
participating in.
All right, fine. Yep.
Yes, and also to admit Chris Grohl, town council of Copeland and Page, to be president in the executive session, as included part of the motion, correct?
Yes. And
motion made and seconded by Mr. Vino.
Second.
Roll call vote. Mr. Muldoon.
Aye.
Mr. Vino.
Aye.
Mr. Murphy.
Aye.
Mr. Rowe. You vote aye.
I'll abstain.
I'll abstain, okay. And the chair votes aye.
Short break, please, Mrs.
Okay. Thank you very much. Chief, thank you. I'll sleep well tonight. I'll sleep well tonight.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yeah. You know, and there is such it seems to me, looking from overseas, a real impoverishment in the sense of the variety of pursuits of happiness that Americans can go for. You know, I know that there's a movement. I think it's a guy called Amitai Etzioni used to talk about it. Voluntary simplicity. You know, the whole idea that what you do is you downshift or you scale down your life.